Okay, hello everybody. Good morning, evening, good afternoon. Wherever you are in the world, it's great to be here on Verbling and be teaching this class today, which is entitled um, Do Keep Buying Stuff You Don't Need. I don't know if any of you guys out there occasionally buy things that when you get home you think, I did not really need to spend my money on that. Why do we do it, and how can we cut down? It's kind of a fun article for a Friday for me, actually, here in New Zealand, but I know for most of you it's probably a Thursday night. So do come along in if you have booked a slot. We're going to be practicing our reading, but also having a bit of a chat today and practicing our speaking. And hopefully learning something kind of interesting about how to stop spending on money on stuff that you don't need. So, while we're waiting for everybody to get here, let me just let you know that there are two useful pages that you might want to have a look at if you are new to Verbling. And I believe that I'm pasting them to the chat box, although I haven't actually seen it appear. No sound again?
I can hear you.
You can hear me, Ali?
Yeah.
Okay, that's great. Okay, that's really good because Awesome, there we go. The chat box is working as well. This is a great start, everybody.
I can't hear you, Amy.
You can't hear me, Martin. But the others can. It's very interesting. Perhaps you need to just check your settings. I'll just write you a quick message. Sorry about this, everybody. Maybe you need to check your settings. Okay, we're going to carry on. So what I was saying is that if you are new to Verbling and you've never been here before, or you're just starting and you're trying to find out a little bit more, then there's a couple of pages that you can check out. Well, one of them's turned up in the chat box. I'm not sure where the other one's gone. I'll try to repaste that later on. So we're going to say hello to everybody, and I'm going to ask you about your spending habits. So if you want to think of a quick excuse, you've got about 30 seconds. Ali, good morning. How are you?
Hi, Amy. I am fine, thank you. How are you?
Excellent. I will do that in a moment. I think the chat box looks new to me, but maybe I will refresh the page in a moment. How's your day been? Have you been doing like lots of busy stuff?
Yeah, it's 11 a.m. here.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm.
Not a.m., sorry, p.m. I worked a lot today, and at the evening, I am just resting and try to join in some classes.
Wonderful. Ali, you're such a dedicated student. So what is your initial opinion about spending money on things that you don't really need? Do you do this often? Do you like shopping? Or it might not necessarily be shopping in that kind of a sense, but do you spend money, like, say, on a gym membership, Ali, that you've never been to?
Yeah, sometimes I spend money or I buy something I don't really need. Just if I see something on sale, something at a good price, I just buy it, and after that I realized I don't need it, I don't use it too much, and I give it away, give someone or something like that.
Okay, well that's good. That's good that you give it away. So you're sometimes attracted to things that are on sale, and because they're cheaper, you think, oh, I should get it, even though you don't actually want that thing.
Yeah.
Okay, this is definitely a trap I fall into. So let's put things on sale. And we'll find out if anyone else does this, Ali. But if you decide that you actually didn't really need it, you give it away. Who do you give it to? Does it
I don't
depend on the thing?
I don't know. someone maybe around me, from my family, from my relatives or friends,
Mm-hmm.
or sometimes poor people who they need this kind of things.
Mm-hmm.
I just give
Awesome.
away.
Well, in that case, it's almost like something good comes out of it. So, Ali, that's a great start. Thank you for sharing.
Thanks.
All right, and good morning also, or good evening, to Anna. How are you today?
Hi, Amy. I'm doing well. Thank you for asking.
Excellent. How's your day been? What have you been doing?
Nothing. Just
Absolutely nothing.
no. I've been studying English. I've been taking a day off because people were doing a demonstration,
Ah,
and I
okay.
don't. I don't have to work. But it is great because
Excellent.
I love studying English.
Oh,
Uh,
that's even better, Anna. So there you go. You haven't been doing nothing. You've been studying hard on your day off from work. Um, okay, so tell us about spending. I wonder if it's going to be a different answer from a female student as opposed to Ali, who's a male student. What
uh,
do you spend money on stuff you don't need?
I have. I have this kind of craving for consumption that we all have in teacher. Uh, well, we feel happy. At least I feel happy when I buy something new. You
Mm-hmm.
know, I guess it's because the endorphin or and I have a soft spot for makeup, perfume, and shoes. I have plenty of pairs of shoes and I just stuff my clothes and that's it.
All right, so you have a weakness when you pass a makeup stand and you think, oh, that mascara looks great, even though I've
Yes,
got 10
teacher. Yes, I
mascaras.
cannot resist.
All
And
right,
and
so what do you
perfume and
do with
shoes.
your... Mm-hmm.
Sorry?
And did you say shoes?
Yes, I have plenty of pairs. Mm.
Um, so I was going to ask you the next question, Anna. When you get home with your new item, do you change your feeling about it? Do you think, I shouldn't have bought that, I wasted my money, I don't really need it?
No,
So
no,
you feel confident about your purchases until you
yes,
open your
very
door to
happy.
your shoe cupboard and
Very
they all fall
happy.
out.
Yes.
All right, well, there you go. That's a different point of view from Ali. Thank you.
I
Let's say
feel
also...
sad when I'm on my credit card.
Ah, okay, so the moment of sadness comes when you open your credit card bill.
Sometimes.
You're so honest, Anna. But you still don't regret buying the new shoes.
Exactly.
Exactly. She's so positive and confident. That's awesome. All right, Ksenia, what about you? How are you today?
I'm fine, thank you.
Good. Have you been studying English? Have you been working?
And working and study English.
And
Everything.
anything else?
No.
Just all right. So that sounds like a busy day. Do you use shopping to relax, Ksenia?
No, I think it's not relax. It's very stressful for me, but I like to buy clothes. I don't like the process of buying, maybe looking for, trying. I like to buy clothes and then wear it.
Okay. And would you say you have lots of clothes?
Yes.
But you still like buying more?
Yes, it's I think as every girl. I like clothes, shoes. I don't like
Yeah.
bags, only shoes.
You don't
So
like bags. Interesting. Okay. All right. So you enjoy buying that stuff. But do you ever regret it when you get home from the shop? You have a great time and you think, oh, this is a great top. Then you get home and you think, oh, actually, no, it wasn't a great idea to buy that.
yes, I have a few things very expensive, but I don't wear it.
Why not? Why don't you wear it?
I buy it. It was very expensive, and it was very pity to wear it. So I think maybe I can spoil it or something like that.
Okay.
And I
Yeah,
think one time I will try it, but then I don't like that, and it's lying in my drawer. I don't know how to say, in my mm,
in your
closet.
wardrobe or your closet?
In my wardrobe. Yeah, so.
All right, so I've definitely been there with that as well, Ksenia. So you buy something that's quite expensive, and then you're worried that you're going to spill something on it or tear it, so you don't actually wear it. And then you go off it, so you realize you don't actually like it anymore, and it's a waste of money.
Yeah.
All right, very good, thank you. Let's say good morning to Martin. Can you hear me now, Martin?
Yes, good evening for me.
Good
I had a
evening,
nice day.
sorry.
Yeah.
Excellent, that's good. How's the weather been today? Have you been in the garden?
Quite nice. We had a little walk. The car has been has been repaired as well, so we used a couple of hours to do that.
Mm-hmm.
That's all. A relaxed day, I would say.
Wonderful. Did you do any shopping?
No, I hate shopping really.
Okay, so your wife does it all.
Well, in fact, I'm the one who will prepare the dinners, and I will do the shopping just for dinners. But shopping in goods and stuff, I hate. I normally will buy what I need on the internet. I prefer that much. If the new computer that be on the internet, so.
So what types of things would you buy on the internet, Martin? Do you mean sort of technological things or books or what?
Books, technological stuff, washing machines. For example, if you need a new washing machine, I will get it from the internet.
Uh-huh. Appliances in that case?
Yeah.
Okay, and have you ever bought something on the internet that you regretted?
No, not really. The only thing I can remember I have regretted was some 15 years ago. We had often bought too much wine. And what happened now is we have got at least 20 bottles of wine which are too old. So we have got thrown away. Some of them are still worthwhile drinking, but most of them are useless. I haven't thrown them out yet. That's the only thing I can come to think about where we have really bought stupid stuff.
And why did you do it? Was it on like a special price, or did you just
get
carried away?
It was in that period we thought we would be able to drink it, but in fact we bought too much, so we just kept it. Hopefully we would drink them later on, but we never did.
Okay.
You get another bottle, you buy and you drink that one instead of using the old ones you have tucked away.
Yeah. So. Well, there you go. That's an interesting one. Thank you for that, Martin. And let's also say hi to Raphael. How are you?
Hello, Amy.
Nice to see you.
Nice to see you.
Long time no see. What have you been up to?
Long time. I'm fine. Thanks for asking. Working a lot. Don't have time for anything. Just as always.
Just working really hard.
Yes, yes.
All right.
I hope we can get $1 million someday, so I stop working. But.
So, are you earning lots of money, Raphael, so that you can buy lots of stuff?
Well, I'm trying. I cannot say I'm earning lots of money, but at least enough to survive nowadays.
Okay, enough to survive. That is good. Tell me about your shopping habits. When you do have some spare cash, or maybe when you don't, what do you buy?
Honestly, lately my opinion is similar from Martin. I hate shopping. I don't have any patience to stay in the queue for hours and hours waiting, and so many crowds. And I don't like to buy clothes. I don't know. I don't have patience, as I mentioned before, and just when I really need to buy some clothes, I spend some money on it. But well, basically, I don't have this feeling for wasting money with with everything.
Mm-hmm.
I remember when I was younger, I liked to play video games, and always when a new game started on the store, I'd like to buy it. But nowadays, I don't have this habit anymore, and uh, I just buy the essential nowadays.
Okay. So it sounds like you're pretty good with your money, Raphael. Maybe it's because you work so hard. You feel the value of your money.
Maybe because I don't have enough time to spend the money.
Aha! Now that could be the answer. We're going to read a kind of an interesting article, and I think all of us have at some point had the experience of just not really spending our money very wisely and perhaps wasting a bit for one reason or another. It's actually quite interesting to hear all of your different stories because it seems like we're quite diverse in the way that we spend our money. So let me share the screen with you. If you would like to load up this article, then here you go. Or at least I think here you go. There we are. It's come up. Excellent. I'll post it into both of the chat boxes. And it's called How to Program Your Mind to Stop Buying Crap You Don't Need. Crap is a bit of a slang word, but it's not very serious. So it's not rude as such, but it's not exactly the type of word that you should use in an exam, or probably in your English class, just to point that out. So here's a lovely little picture of someone who's obviously Martin, I think, buying something. Well, I'm not sure if you wear hoodies, Martin, but it is somebody buying something off the internet by the looks of things. So let's start with Raphael. We'll start with you today, Raphael, if you could get us going with the first part of the article.
We all buy things from time to time that we don't really need. It's okay to appeal to your wants every once in a while, as long as you're in control. If you struggle with clutter, impulse buys, and buyer's remorse, here's how to put your mind in the right place before you even set foot in the store.
Great, thank you. Beautiful reading. And I think your dog is trying to give you away, Raphael.
Oh,
He's
is he?
actually saying, yeah. How is he? That's
It's okay. He's eager to learn some English words.
Yes, I think he was saying, you know, Amy, Raphael does spend money on things he doesn't need. He's just not admitting to it. Okay. So we're going to read Understand How Your Own Brain Works Against You. So Raphael, could you just read one more paragraph for us, please?
It may come as no surprise to learn that stores employ all kinds of tricks to get you part ways with your cash. And your brain plays right along. Through psychological tricks, product placement, and even color, stores are designed from the ground up to increase spending. We've talked about the biggest things stores to do manipulate your senses. But here are some of the biggest things to look out for.
Okay, we've got some really nice language in that paragraph, beautifully read. Does anyone want to ask anything? No? All right, I just want to point out a couple of things. One of them is that it's sometimes a really good idea to find a few blogs in English if you're trying to improve your language, because blogs do offer quite a different style of writing to, say, news or journalistic type articles. And often, you know, when you're studying English or any language, you learn it a little bit more formally than it's actually spoken, because you spend a lot of time reading, and reading tends to be material that is written tends to be a little bit more formal. So if you're looking to expand your informal language a bit, blogs are a really good way to go if they're that type of informal blog. So I just want to point out a couple of nice ones in here. The first one is to part ways with something. Are you guys familiar with that? Can someone explain what it means?
Spent?
Yes, in this case, yes, because it's talking about cash. But actually, we could use it in another context, Ksenia, like to part ways with your teddy bear. What would it mean in that case?
It's gift from heart. I don't know how to
It's
explain.
like go away, split up,
Yeah.
or
Yeah, exactly. It just means like you're going to move in different directions. Like if you think of a fork in the road, it means you're parting ways, or else it's something like you give away your teddy bear or you chuck it in the bin or something. So it means that you're separating from the thing that you're about to say, in this case, your cash. And then to play along. What's to play along? Has anyone heard that before? No? Okay. Let me just quickly say hello. Yeah, go, Raphael.
So obey?
Yes, quite similar to obey. To play along is, yeah, I guess in this case you could say your brain obeys. It's also like to agree to play a certain role. So if you think of sometimes adults do this in the presence of children because they don't want the child to really understand the full reality of something, or they're just having fun. So you might say, oh, guess what I saw the other day? I saw Santa. And the child goes, oh my gosh! And then the other adult in the room is thinking, oh, Santa's not real. But if they play along, it means they join in. They also talk about Santa, even though they know he's not real. Okay, hello, Harlim. Welcome.
Thank you, Amy.
Nice to see you. We've only just started, and if you'd like to read the part that you've missed, you can find the link in the chat box to this article.
Okay.
All right. So thank you, Raphael. We're going to go on to Martin. So these are a list of things that you should look out for when you're shopping that are supposedly manipulating your senses. So Martin, could you read colour for us?
Color. Stores use color to make products attractive and eye-catching, but they also use color on price labels. Red stands out and can encourage taking action. That's why it's commonly associated with sales, signage, and advertising. When you see red, remember what they are trying to do to your brain with that color. You don't to buy something just because it's on sale.
Thank you, Martin. It should be you don't need, sorry, you don't need to buy something.
Oh yeah, you don't need to buy something.
There's a word missing there, yeah. Okay, the next one, navigation roadblocks.
Navigation roadblocks. Stores force you to walk around stuff you don't need to find the stuff you are really after. Have a list of what you need before you go in. Go straight to it and imagine it's the only item in the store.
All right, let's pause for a second. Does anyone have any questions firstly? No? All right, excellent. In that case, we'll continue with the other bullet points, and I'll get Ksenia to read the next two.
The touch factor. Stores place items they want to sell in easy-to-reach locations and encourage you to touch them. Don't do it. As soon as you pick something up, you are more likely to buy it because you might suddenly take ownership of the object. Don't pick anything up and don't play with display items.
Keep going.
Scents and sounds. You probably hear classic upbeat tones when you walk into a store. The upbeat music makes you happy and excited, while playing familiar songs make you feel comfortable. They also use pleasant smells to put your mind at ease. A happy, comfortable mind is a dangerous combination for your brain when shopping. There is not much you can do to avoid this unless you shop online, but it's good to be aware of it.
Thank you, Ksenia. This word here is pronounced ease.
Ease.
Yeah. And then easy is with a Y, okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so any questions about vocabulary before we chat about these 4 points? No? All right. We're doing great today, guys. So, let's just talk about these for a moment. Has anyone, as we were reading these, suddenly thought of an example or some kind of experience they've had when they realize they've been taken in by one of these 4 points?
Navigation roadblocks, it's example with bread. Bread always in the far away section of the shop, so you should go through all chocolate, go through, I don't know, cookies, and then finally bread. And of course you're hungry and you take candy and you will take cookies, so it's very smart.
That is so true, Ksenia, and that actually drives me a bit crazy because they do it here with milk as well, which is something, you know, most people have. So you have to walk half a mile to get your milk, and you're right, you have to pass so much and stay focused on what you need and get back to the till before you put some more stuff in your shopping basket. All right, anybody else?
Point 2, to have a list made at home is a very good way to avoid to buy stuff you don't need, I suppose.
Yes, absolutely, Martin. You've got the right idea with your internet shopping, I think.
Yeah. Or just by taking them just enough money to need to buy your thing.
That is a good technique, Raphael. Only take enough money to buy the thing that you actually need, like milk, and then you can't buy anything else. I hadn't thought of that. Excellent plan. Is that what you do?
Yes, sometimes. But unfortunately, we have a credit card nowadays, so it doesn't work too much. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Okay. As I was reading this, I was actually this wasn't for just now. Before the class, I realized that sometimes these things actually annoy me and they stop me from buying. If they're too intrusive, they actually put me in kind of a bad mood, and I actually leave the store or don't buy anything because I can't concentrate. One of the examples I was thinking of is music. And I don't know whether this is the same in your countries, but especially for girls' clothes, sometimes the shops play really loud kind of club music, and I find it really hard to actually concentrate on the clothes because the music's so loud. Has anyone ever had that experience where they're intrusively negatively affected by any of these tools?
What do you mean about negative? I didn't understand.
Well, I suppose when I say negative, it's just that I end up not buying something because the music's too loud and I can't concentrate. Or there's another shop actually in New Zealand which sells pajamas, and they have a really strong kind of vanilla perfume that they spray everywhere. You can smell it halfway down the shopping centre, and it's really, really strong. It smells nice, but it kind of puts me off going in the shop.
Okay.
I don't know what it's like in Brazil, Raphael. Maybe not.
Yes, I think the scents have a Lush shop with soap, some baths, yes.
Okay.
I never buy something in Lush, anything in Lush.
For that reason, Ksenia?
I'm sorry?
Is it for that reason that you don't like the smell?
Yes, I don't like the smell, and I don't want to spend more time in this shop because it smells so hard.
Yeah,
so terrible. Yes.
Absolutely. It's funny, isn't it, that they're trying to get you to buy, but actually it's working against them. All right, so let's read the next part, and it must be Harlem, your turn to read. So, could you read from I'm sure, please?
Okay. I'm sure we can blame the stores all we want, but you won't change how they operate. You can only be aware of how your brain is falling for their tricks. Even without the stores, your brain is working against you on its own thanks to some simple cognitive biases.
Great. We'll skip this little advert here, and if you could please read the next one, for example.
Okay. For example, confirmation bias. makes you only believe the information that conforms to your prior belief, while you discount everything else. Advertisers. Advertisers appeal to this bias directly by convincing you one item is better than another with imagery and other tricks, regardless of what hard facts might say. Keep your mind open, do your own research, and accept when you are wrong about a product. The decoy effect is also a commonly used tactic. You think one product is a deal because it's next to a similar product that's priced way higher. Even if it's a product you need, it's probably not as good as a deal as it looks right then and there. Again, always research beforehand and be on the lookout for this common trick to avoid impulse buys.
Great, thank you, Harlan. This word here is pronounced decoy.
Decoy. Thank you.
Yeah. And could anyone explain what a decoy is?
No idea, decoy.
It's something where your attention is just taken away from what is really going on. A decoy duck, I think, is an artificial duck, so other ducks will go into the pond to sit around the decoy duck.
Is that true, Martin? That's making me smile because I've never heard of a decoy duck before. But yes, that's a really good example and well explained. Thank you. So a decoy is absolutely what Martin just said. It is something that takes your attention away from what the person who is installing the decoy doesn't want you to see, or attracts you towards something they prefer you see. So it's done with this kind of thing with products. Does anyone have any? Yeah, it's like a distraction with a specific purpose. Did anyone have any other questions? No? All right, thank you, Harlan. So we're going to go on to the next part, which is make a list of everything you own and do some decluttering, which sounds a bit like a huge task to me. So, Anna, could you read from now?
Now that you know what you're up against, it's time to start changing the way you think. Before you can stop buying crap you don't need, you need to identify what that crap is. The first step is to make a list of every single thing you own. Every single thing. This might sound extreme, but you need to gather your data so you can start reprogramming your mind.
Thank
The
you.
purpose,
Yep, off you go, sorry.
the purpose of this exercise is twofold. You see what you already have and don't need to ever buy again. And you get to see what you shouldn't have bought in the first place. As you list everything out, separate items into categories. It's extremely important that you are as honest with yourself as possible while you do this. It's also important you actually write this all down or type it all out. Here is the first set of categories to separate everything into.
Thank you, Anna. Again, really lovely reading from all of you today. So, first of all, let's just look at the questions and then we'll talk about the idea. So, does anyone have any questions?
Twofold.
Okay, good one. What does twofold mean?
In twice.
Yes. To do with...
Sorry.
Go ahead.
It means that you kill two birds with just one stone when you do this kind of exercise. You realize things that you have, and also um, you you oh my gosh, you convince yourself that you don't have to buy again, right?
Yes. Yep, that's right, Anna. So the word twofold, you're absolutely right. It means that there's two parts to something. So there's two benefits from doing this exercise, Raphael, according to the author. Whether or not you agree is something different. The author says that the two-part thing is, one, you see what you already have got and you don't need to buy in the future. And two, you see possibly what you've got that you should never have bought in the first place because you clearly don't need it. Okay? Does anyone else have any questions? No? Okay, so Ali, I'll ask you.
Oh, what is frugal? I have a question, sorry.
Okay. What is what, sorry?
I love being frugal.
Frugal. Excellent. Where is that one? Was it from another paragraph?
No, just how to defeat the urge to binge shop.
Okay, so this is like a little advert for another article. But okay, good question. Frugal. What does frugal mean? Anybody know?
Maybe hypocrite. Oh my gosh, I don't know how. Hypocritical. I'm sorry about that.
No, it's not hypocritical, Anna.
It's shy.
Shy? Sort of shy, but it's very related to money, Ksenia, so it's not exactly shy.
Oh, stingy, maybe, right?
Okay, yeah, that's probably the closest, but stingy has like a negative connotation. It means that you're really ungenerous. But frugal simply means that you don't waste money. You are very careful about how you spend your money. Okay, I'll just welcome Fabrizio. I don't know if you're there, but hello and welcome if you are. And I'm going to ask Ali, or back to Ali. Ali, what do you think about this idea of making a list of every single thing that you own in your house?
It's not my cup of tea, making list. You know, in my home, I don't go shopping for what we need for our home. I usually, when I am at the travel or on my vacation, when I go to a different place, and for example, I go to the big mall. When I see something, I just decide to buy. I don't make list.
Okay, I understand. I must admit, I felt like this was a bit of a huge task and seemed very overwhelming to me. Ksenia, let me ask you, have you ever done this kind of activity? Perhaps not everything in your house, but maybe just your shoes or like just your tops?
Yes, I think we had nowadays in our country a crisis financial. So all clothes cost twice nowadays, but I love good clothes. So nowadays it's very, very expensive, and I recognize that I have enough clothes, enough shoes for 10 years. So I think I will I will wait for good times, and then I again will buy. But nowadays, yes, I see and understand that it's enough.
Yes, definitely. And Ksenia, that makes me think of another question. Do you feel any satisfaction when you use something that you already have instead of buying something new?
Yes, I think I have some stuff that I haven't used for 5 years, and when I try it again, I think it's like new one, so it's
Yeah.
good.
Okay, that's true. I have a friend actually who like does this with her wardrobe. She puts some of her clothes away in the garage for like a couple of years, and she kind of rotates her wardrobe. And so when she gets them out again, it's been so long since she's worn them, she feels like she has a new wardrobe, and she doesn't actually buy much. So maybe that's worth trying.
Yeah.
How about Martin? Let me ask Martin. How are you at doing sorting and organizing? Is that one of your strengths?
No, I'm not very good organizing my stuff. My wife is very good, is very organized. See,
Yep.
for example, when we are going for a holiday, she will make a list what she will have and what she will need in her suitcase. I'll just think of what I need and never make a list. And of course, what happens could be that when we get to the holiday place, I've forgotten a few things as well. So
Aha! Do you buy
I'm
them,
not
Martin?
organized.
When you get on your holiday and you have forgotten some things, which you obviously do have at home, what do you do about it? Do you buy new things on your holiday?
Well, often it will be stuff which is not so important, but if it's very important stuff, then I must buy it, of course. I
Yeah.
remember years ago I was on a course. I have forgotten my shaving machine. That was pretty awful because I was on this course for a week or so, and this third day I had to go out and getting something so I could shave properly.
Yeah.
That was
So you didn't
awful.
decide to grow a beard?
No, I didn't.
All right. I think that's absolutely happened to all of us as well. It could be one way of, wasting a little bit of money on something you've already got at home, I suppose.
Yeah.
All right. So, Ali, your turn. This is if you could read categories first of all.
Okay. Need. You absolutely need this item to get by on a day-to-day basis. Sometimes need. You don't need this item every day, but you use it on a somewhat regular basis. Want. You bought this item because you wanted it, not because you needed it. Crap. You don't have a good reason why you have it, and you already know it needs to go. There is probably a few of these items at least.
Thank you, Annie. All right, so he tells you that there are probably four categories that you can put your stuff into. So I'm thinking we all know what the things are that we use every day, and we probably know what these things are too. I think distinguishing between want and crap, the last two categories, might be quite challenging for me. Anna, if you had to think about how many of the things in your house would belong to this category, what kinds of things would you put in there? Can you think of anything?
Let me think. Oh gosh. All right. A gift that my mother-in-law gave me, and I cannot get rid of it, and I have to keep it hidden.
Yeah.
Because when she is coming to visit me, I have to show it.
Yes, that is a great example, Anna. So
It's a
what
great
do you
craft.
do? Mm-hmm.
I keep it hidden.
Yeah, you just put it away in a cupboard or something, do you?
Yes.
What is
Uh,
it? An ornament?
an object to decorate, but it's
Yes, an
awful,
ornament.
very tacky. Yes.
Hopefully your mother-in-law not watching this class.
Yeah. Thank God.
Anna, that's such a good example. I wonder if anyone else has had this experience where they get a gift from somebody which they hate, but they don't know what to do with it later because they don't want to hurt the person's feelings, but they also don't really like the gift. Any other solutions to this problem?
Are you asking me?
I'm just asking anybody, really.
Yeah, I remember an incident. I visited a friend, and I noticed they had got new paintings on their walls. And they said, "Oh, you got all new, lots of new paintings." And he just said, "Oh, don't talk about it." They had visitors from abroad, and it was the gifts from the visitor, and they had put it on the painting on the wall. And as soon as the visitors left, they took them away, and because they were pretty awful.
Oh, I think actually I'm definitely guilty of this too.
Yeah.
Like a model, because I feel bad. Good example, Anna. So let's start by things from your house that would go into the crap category. What would go in there?
Well, a teddy bear. Yes.
Why?
Because my girlfriend, my ex girlfriend, she has given me a teddy bear. Well, what am I supposed to do with a teddy bear? Well, I'm 30 years old. I want to play with a teddy bear, not to be able to play with it. But she gave it to me. Of course,
Good point.
Something I want. I wouldn't say no. I don't want it, but okay. When she visited me, there was the teddy bear over my bed, just to grace her.
Yeah.
But it was okay. I don't honestly. After we had broke up, I don't even know where the teddy bear is. Like maybe my mother has thrown it away. I don't know.
Maybe. So yeah, that's a very maybe the house to put into this category. Can you think of anything?
I'm sorry, I didn't understand your question.
Oh, next. I was just asking Harlem. I don't know if he's there. Are you there, Harlem? Or maybe I'm getting the name wrong.
Yes, I'm here.
Ask you the same question. What would you put in your crap category from your house?
Maybe about 30%.
Oh no, it's presents again. Who are your presents from, Harlem?
Old things when I was young. The other thing which I have bought that I didn't need.
Yep. Okay, that reminds me of nice question, Anna. She's asking, is there a name in English to call these kinds of presents? I don't think so, apart from something like unwanted gifts. Is there a name in your language for this kind of present?
Yes, teacher. It's called a Greek present.
How would it translate?
From Greece.
Oh, okay, a Greek present. Why is it called a Greek present?
I don't know, maybe because something that happened
in
history. In history,
yeah.
Yes.
Very interesting.
I guess Troja's horse.
Ah, the Trojan horse, possibly. That's fascinating. No, we don't call them Greek presents. I don't think we do have a name, not one that I can think of. Harlem, you were just talking about things that you used to like, or perhaps you bought when you were younger. And often in English, we say that they might be things you have grown out of. So we can use this. You don't hear me? No?
No?
Okay.
Okay.
Yes,
I hear you.
I'm still here. Okay, wonderful. I was just saying that we sometimes say we have grown out of something in English when we get too old for it. It was something we liked when we were a child, or perhaps clothes that used to fit us, but now we have grown out of it, or them. So that's a
Grown,
nice little grown out.
grown out, yes.
To grow out of something. All right. So let's continue. And Ali, I'd like you just to read the next paragraph for us too, if you wouldn't mind. Leave the things.
Okay. Leave the things you listed as needs alone. Put your stuff listed as crap in a pile or box to go bye-bye, and move your attention back to your sometimes need and want lists. You need to go back over both of those lists because you probably fudged some of the listings either subconsciously or intentionally. Now ask yourself these three questions as you go through both the sometimes need and want lists. Continue?
Yes, please.
Okay. When was the last time I used this? When will I use this again? Does this item bring you joy?
Excellent. Thank you, Ali. I think this is, I was giggling because I realized that this was true for me. Does anyone know what to fudge something means?
To make something which is not correct. You wrote the list, but you put something in the need part, maybe because you subconsciously would really not write down that it was you stuff you got.
Yes, that's right, Martin. It's a little bit difficult to explain this word. But if you fudge something, this is sometimes used with maybe politicians. Perhaps they're asked a question and they kind of answer it, but actually they mostly avoid answering the question and just say something else, and then try to change the subject. It basically means that you're not really giving a clear answer, or you're trying to make something fit where it doesn't actually fit. So it's not very successful. So basically, yeah, you're trying to put things in the want list, even though actually perhaps they should be in the crap list.
It's also a sort of a sweet, a fudge, isn't it?
Yes, the noun is like a type of candy or a sweet, which I love, actually. So, actually, funnily enough, we call it Russian fudge. Do you have fudge in Russia, Ksenia? I don't know why we call it Russian fudge.
Fudge, to avoid something, I couldn't understand the question.
You don't know what fudge is? Fudge is like a kind of sweet.
A sweet fudge?
Yeah.
No, we don't have.
That's very strange. Sometimes we call things names from different countries and they have nothing to do with that country. I have no idea why. Okay, so let's just read a tiny bit more. Would anyone like to read? Volunteer?
Yeah, please, teacher.
Okay.
I got the smallest paragraph.
Okay, sorry about that, Anna.
Would you mind?
Off you go.
Would you mind, Martin?
Sorry?
Oh no, it's all right.
Thank you, because I talk less, please.
No worries. Go ahead, Anna.
Just a bit. Thank you. Thank you, teacher. Remember to be honest and adjust your lists accordingly. There is nothing wrong with keeping things you wanted. Material items can bring happiness to many people, but make sure the items on your want list actively provide you joy and are being used. If an item doesn't get much use or doesn't make you happy, add it to the crap list. Should I carry on?
Yes, please.
Once you have everything organized, It's time to do something serious, decluttering. This listing exercise should get you started, but there are a lot of other great ideas when it comes to teaching the junk you don't need. Regardless, everything on your crap list needs to go. You can donate it, sell it at a yard sale, give it away to people know, whatever you like. Before you get rid of everything, though, take a picture of all your stuff together. Print out or save the picture somewhere. Some of it was probably gifts, but in general, this is all the crap you bought that you don't need. Take a good look and remember it.
Thank you, Anna. We should add in Greek here, probably Greek gifts. This should say give it away to people you know here. This is a bit of a typo. But lovely reading, thank you. Okay, so the last point that we'll discuss in the last few minutes is this one here. Does this item bring you joy? I really like this way of thinking because I often find it quite hard to make decisions about this. You should keep it, and if not, Martin?
I can't hear anything now.
Ah. Are you? Can you hear me? No.
Now it's all right again.
Wonderful.
Now it's all right again.
You were frozen.
I was frozen. Ah.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
please repeat.
I'm
Your,
asking you.
your sound breaking up.
Sounds breaking up. Oh.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
The sound is very unclear and frozen.
I'll write you a quick message because I'm not sure what's happening with the connection. We'll head this conversation to Facebook. And if you would like to comment on the last question, which is,
Oh, she's gone.
I think she said to put the message on Facebook because I don't think she'll be able to come back to this class.
I think the class is over.